well, 17 weeks of the NFL season have come and gone, and normally that would mean that the playoffs are coming. But that is not the case because the NFL decided to add another week to the season this year. So we're going to have some more fun in week 18. And in my opinion, the last week of the season, I think the last week of the season is the most fun. Because just because there's like playoff spots in the line and teams are playing harder and there's the teams that are trying to play spoiler. I don't know. I like the last week of the season the most in the NFL season. So week 18, let's see what our matchups are looking like here. Now, I'm going to get the matchups that have no importance to playoff ambitions out of the way. Now, I'm pretty sure that the whole NFC playoff picture is set. I think all the teams that have clinched. All the teams that are eliminated are eliminated. Because the Eagles and San Fran are both a game up on New Orleans for the last wild card, and the best they can do is tie. And I know Philly beat New Orleans, so they would hold the tiebreaker. So I think, has San Francisco clinched yet? They haven't. Okay, so San Francisco, basically for the Saints to make the playoffs, they would need to win and have San Francisco lose. Does that make sense? They would need to win and have San Fran lose. San Fran just needs to win or have the Saints lose to get in. So, and then for the AFC, it's a lot more I'll get to the AFC when we get there. Or basically, if the Titans win, they get the number 1 seed. If they lose and Kansas City wins, Kansas City gets the number 1 seed. If they lose, Kansas City loses, and the Bengals win, the Bengals get the number 1 seed. And I think those are basically the only things you need to know. So let's get the games with little importance out of the way. Oh, and for the last playoff spot, I think the winner of LA and Vegas is getting in because both those teams are 9-7. So I think the winner of that game, that's on Sunday Night Football. I think the winner of that game gets in. I think Indy has to win to get in. If they lose, I think Indy has to win to get in, because if Indy loses, then the winner of that Chargers game could take their spot. Let me see. If the Colts haven't clinched yet, so the Colts got to win their game against. Oh, they played Jacksonville. Yeah. So anyway, let's get into the picks that don't really mean anything whatsoever. Chiefs Broncos is on Saturday. Obviously, if the Chiefs win, they could have a shot at the number 1 seed. So they're obviously going to play some starters because they have something to play for. I'm going to say that they end up getting it done against the Broncos. Cowboys and Eagles. This game really doesn't mean much in terms of. I guess Philly could try to get the 6th seed as opposed to the 7th seed. But this game really doesn't matter. Dallas is a 7-point favorite at home. I think the Eagles are actually going to come out and win this one, because it's a rivalry game. They're going to be hyped up, and I think they're going to play well at home. So I'm going to say the Eagles win that one. Steelers at Ravens. Now, the Ravens, don't they have a shot to make the playoffs? I think they do. I think since the Ravens beat the Colts earlier in the year, if the Ravens win and the Colts lose, then the Ravens would get the playoff spot. Steelers, yeah, the Steelers also have a shot. Didn't the Steelers beat the Colts this year too? I think they did. Let's see. Did they beat the Colts this year? No, they played the Colts. Or wait, no, they didn't. Never mind. I thought they played the Colts. So I think if the Steelers win and the Colts lose, the Steelers are going dancing. So both of these teams would need the Colts to lose to get in. So the winner of this game gets in if the Colts lose. I'm going to take the Ravens. They're at home. I know that they've been undermanned as of late, but I really trust the Ravens, and I think they'll be able to get it done against a Steelers team that I don't think's all that great. I know they beat them with that lucky 2-point conversion fail. I'm going to take the Ravens. Bungles and Browns, this game really doesn't mean anything, although Cincinnati does have a shot for that 1 seed, so they'll be playing their starters. The Browns embarrassed them earlier in the year, but the Browns look awful, man. The Browns look awful. Have you guys seen that meme of Shaquille O'Neal talking about that team for China? He's like, Wong Dong Tigers. Ni hao. All I've seen is that's where Baker Mayfield's playing next year. I was stuck up for Baker Mayfield so much because I didn't think he's as bad. He played awful last night. He was awful. Packers and Lions. The Packers, I think, can lock up the number 1 seed with a win. Both LA and Tampa Bay are both a game behind. They should be able to beat the Lions. Lions have 2 wins this year. Yeah, shouldn't be a problem. Titans and Texans. The Titans can lock up the all-important number 1 seed with a win. The Texans did beat them on the road earlier in the year, but I don't think Tennessee's going to let that happen again. They should be able to get a win and secure that number 1 seed. Colts and Jaguars, like I said, if they win against the Jaguars, they're in the playoffs. If they lose, the winner of Baltimore and Pittsburgh is getting in. It's the Jacksonville Jaguars. They're not going to win. Give me the Colts. The Bears and the Vikings. Yeah, both these teams suck. Pride is on the line. Hey, the winner of this game gets second in the NFC North. Bears are going to find a way to lose this game. They suck. They're so bad. I can't deal with the Bears. The football team, I don't think there's a way they can make the playoffs. They're eliminated. And the Giants, I'll take the football team. Game doesn't really matter. Saints and Falcons. Now, like I said, the Saints can make the playoffs if San Francisco loses. And they play the Rams. So this is a big game for the Saints. But. Actually, hold on. Yeah. But I think that the Falcons are going to want to play spoiler. They're at home. These are 2 big rivals. They hate each other. I'm going to say that the Falcons play spoiler and knock off the Saints to kick them out of the playoffs. I think that the Falcons are gonna play spoiler. They're gonna come out inspired. They're gonna win. Now the AFC East is up for grabs. The Bills can clinch the AFC East with a win. The Patriots need a win and a Bills loss. The Bills play the Jets though, so I don't think. Yeah, that's not gonna happen. So I'm going to take the Bills. Miami. Now, can Miami make the playoffs? Are they eliminated yet? I think the Miami still has a shot. Let's take a look. No, Miami's eliminated. They don't have a chance to make the playoffs. Sorry, Dolphins. I'll take Patriots to beat you. Actually, no. I'm going to take the Dolphins to win. Just because the Patriots have had a tough time in Florida. Like, whenever they go to play the Dolphins, they struggle. Like, remember that one time the Dolphins were like 3-12, and the Patriots are the number 1 seed on the line, and the Dolphins beat them. Brian Flores, coach under Bill Belichick, he knows what he'll call. I like the Dolphins in this game. Panthers and Bucks. Now, do the Bucks have a shot at the number 1 seed? I don't think they do. Do they have a shot at the number 1 seed? I don't know. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I think, Green Bay already clinched the first round bye. So, basically, the Rams and Bucks don't have much to play for except who gets the 2 or 3 seed. I'll take the Bucks. The Panthers. Matt Rule, first year into his 7-year rebuild. I know you guys are excited. I know Panthers fans are excited for the Matt Rule 7-year rebuild. I know they can't wait. They cannot wait for 7 years of rebuilding. Cardinals and Seahawks. Cardinals got a great win over Dallas last week, and it looks like they might play each other in the playoffs. Seattle's bad, although will Arizona play any starters? I don't know. I guess, well, they do have home field on the line. If they were to win, they would have home field, and if they were to get ahead of Dallas, they'd have home field. And so I'm going to say that they're going to beat the Seahawks. The Seahawks are not a very good team. So, Oh wait, no, they can't because they can't win the division. Actually, wait, they can win the. Wait, can they win the division? Yeah, because they went 1-1 against the Rams. So if they win against, yeah, so if they beat the Seahawks and the Rams lose to San Francisco, then Arizona gets the division. Yes, Arizona's going to be playing starters. They'll win that game. The 49ers and the Rams. Ooh, interesting. Oh. See, now San Francisco definitely has more to play for because they have to win to get a playoff spot because the Saints are breathing right down their necks. So I'm not sure how I don't know. I'm gonna assume mostly starters replay. Remember that game where the 49ers just blew the brakes off the Rams on Monday night? They just killed them. Game wasn't even close. I'm going to take San Francisco because I think they're gonna come out playing more inspired than the Rams will. They already beat them once. I'm gonna say that they can do it again. Give me San Francisco to be what's their names? And now this game decides who makes the playoffs. Now, just so I'm sure, what would happen if this game ended in a tie? Okay, this game ends in a tie. LA would make the playoffs. I'll just check and make sure. But I am going to. This is interesting. Winner in the playoffs, loser, tough to see you next year. What happened the first time these teams played? I can't quite remember. Hold on. What happened the first time these teams played? The Chargers won on Monday night 28-14. Let's see. I know the Raiders are at home. That's a big advantage. But the Chargers have to play a road game every week of the year. They barely have any fans of their own. I don't know, man. I really don't know. This is a coin flip for me. I think the Chargers have the better quarterback and the better offense. With a good, the Raiders have been surviving by the skin of their teeth. They're kind of a Cinderella story, if you ask me. Because people thought they'd be decent, but barely beat the Colts, barely beat the Raiders, barely beat the Browns, barely beat the Cowboys. Like they are a cat with 9 lives. The clock is striking midnight on Cinderella. The Chargers are gonna win and make the playoffs. So those are my picks. Let me know if you approve. I don't really care if you approve, but I'd like to know your feedback down below. But yeah, I'll see you bracketology tomorrow or the next 2 days is going to be national championship preview between Georgia and Alabama and a bracketology. I don't know which one's going to be on which day, but the next 2 days, that's what you can expect from the channel. Love you guys. See you next time.